Welcome, everyone, to episode 34 of our podcast. Always as a quick update for my live tour dates. March 16th, I'll be in Toronto. March 30th in Miami. April 6th in New York. And April 27th back in Los Angeles. And I'm most excited about coming out to Europe for the first time. I'll be in London May 4th. Unfortunately, for the foreseeable summer, I will not be going to any new cities or any of the surrounding European cities. And so I am recommending, if it's not too much of an inconvenience, for people to come down and fly down so we can have an incredible experience all together as a community making this connection. Let's talk about the energy of this week. Specifically, what is one takeaway we all can have in order to create miracles in our lives? I want to talk about this concept that the great Kabbalist Rav Ashlag talks about, called builders and destroyers. Two categories of people in this world. And there are two parts to this. There are the people who are externally doing things to build and to destroy. But more importantly, there is an internal consciousness that we all carry, which will categorize us as a builder or a destroyer. And what's also really important is a lot of people ask this question. I'm doing so much for my family, for humanity, doing so much spiritual work. I'm a nice person. I'm a good person. But for whatever reason, I have chaos in my life. I have drama, and things don't seem to go well for me. This is the question that, or a statement that I hear all the time, because people really want to know. They want to know why they are in pain, even though it seems like they are doing everything in their power to be in a miraculous state. And it boils down to this concept of builders and destroyers. So externally, we have people in different professions that are helping, that are guiding, that are in the medical field. There are healers, there are teachers, there are spiritual leaders. There are people out there who are giving seminars or giving classes, who are creating and innovating technologies to help humanity. So externally, they are building. And there are people who are externally destroying. They are doing terrorist acts and hurting people, all in the name of usually something very powerful in their eyes, but there is external destruction being caused. This is not what we're referring to. What we're referring to is what is happening on an internal level with each one of us, in our subconscious, in our unconscious, on a soul level, on the level of intention and desire. Do we want to build? Or is there a subconscious part of us that wants to destroy? And that signal that we put out into the world will determine if we are on the path of miracles, on the same vibration of the Creator, or on the path of chaos. Because many times it is the unconscious intentions of destruction that we have, that we are not aware of, and often very hard to look at, that is causing us to disconnect from the vibration of the Creator. The Creator is a force of life. The Creator is a force of only goodness. So if there is a very hidden agenda or hidden intention for someone to suffer, it is causing us to disconnect from the vibration of miracles that we all seek to be at. For example, does a plumber wake up in the morning hoping that your plumbing breaks? Think about that for a moment. If I'm a plumber, deep down inside, I really hope someone's plumbing breaks so they call me so that I have a job, so that I get paid. Does a plastic surgeon hope that people are born with deformities? Does a therapist somewhere deep inside themselves hope that their patient doesn't fully heal? Because if they do, they won't come back and there won't be work. These are all questions that we need to ask. Let's say you have a good friend who really counts on you and who appreciates you and loves you for the support and help you give them. Do you truly hope that their life gets so amazing that maybe they're no longer single, they get married, they have the best life ever, even if it means they won't need you anymore? These are all very subconscious desires and questions. And each one of us need to ask ourselves, because energy doesn't lie. Intention and consciousness don't lie. We can tell someone we care about them, but deep down inside, are we trying to take from them? Are we trying to abuse them? Are we trying to control them for our own benefit? maybe externally you have this plausible deniability by saying, look how much I care. But deep in your heart, what is your core intention? Are you thinking aligned with what the Creator is thinking for humanity, which is only a force of giving, only a force of creating? And many times in our lives, when things go wrong and we don't know why, it is because of a hidden agenda around wanting someone to be in a state of lack, to be hurt or to be destroyed in some way so that we can feel better about ourselves, or we, even worse, can come in as the savior. Imagine a mom or a dad, a parent, that secretly hopes their children don't have the best life, that maybe don't meet the man or woman of their dreams, so that they always rely on the parents in some way. There's always a connection. Now, some of you are thinking, well, that's just disgusting. That's sick. Listen, in 22 years of sitting down and hearing people's stories, I can't tell you how many stories we hear, not of conscious destruction, but of unconscious destruction at a core level, at a seed level of the soul. So yes, are there mothers out there who don't want their sons to get married or find an amazing woman because it will replace them as a mother in some way? Yeah. Are there fathers out there who subconsciously don't want to see their children be successful because they want to always be the ones in control, because maybe they're controlling with their money or their power? Sure. Will they ever say it or even acknowledge it? Will they deny it if you ask them? Of course they'll deny it. Not because they're consciously denying it, but because they're not even realizing that they have these desires. If you have a great desire to help people, to heal people, the savior complex tikkun can be a big sister to that. And we have to ask ourselves, is there any part of us that gets excited when people have problems? Do you get excited when someone in your life or someone close to you has problems? Do you get slightly happy when you see a good friend of yours not do well, so that they're always maybe successful, but not as successful as you? Are you secretly happy? Think of the pain you feel if all of a sudden you lost a lot of money in the stock market, right? Stock market goes down, you lose a lot of money, or investment goes bad, or a huge expense comes in. Think of the pain you have when it's your own personal bank account. Then imagine someone in your circle that you profess to care about and love. They come to you and say, oh my God, I just took this huge hit on an investment. I lost all this money. And you're thinking to yourself, you know what? They're always doing everything so well, and they're actually more successful than me. I'm kind of secretly happy that they took this hit. Again, these are never things that we say out loud. They're never even desires that are top of mind. But what we want to address is, which category are you in? The builder or destroyer category. And so when we are hurt, especially when we are hurt, think of an ex now. So we're actually going to go into more clear territory. Do you desire that your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife, suffers? Do you secretly hope that they don't find someone so that they always remember you were the best, or there's no one better than you? Imagine somebody betrayed you or cheated on you or left you. Do we not have a desire that they not have a great life, to teach them a lesson? Don't we want the universe to teach them a lesson? I think when we say that, we realize, wow, we all have people in our lives that we are tethered to spiritually still because we want them to suffer in some way, and we do not want to see them succeed. This desire for them to not succeed, or at least not succeed more than you, or to suffer, or to just suffer a little bit, or to go through a process where they depend on you, all of those desires are holding you back from finding your soulmate, from connecting to prosperity, from growing your business, from creating miracles in your life, from becoming like God. This is not a zero-sum game. This isn't a game of who is better than the other. This is a game of connecting your soul to the light of the Creator, and no one else matters. And the way to do that is to act like the Creator to every soul in this world. So if there is someone out there where we're hoping, I hope they fall, think of politics. Imagine which side of the aisle you're on, or what your politics are, do you secretly hope that the other side fails? Do you secretly hope that maybe a person on television you never met before, you probably never will meet, that they suffer? Think of celebrities. We love supporting people as they rise to their greatness, and then maybe we're secretly happy when they fall. We love to build people up, and then we love to tear people down. Well, the building people up part is good, especially if it's done with the right intention. But why do we get happy when people fall? Well, they deserved it. Even if they deserve it, think of your own child. If your child fell, if your child went to prison, and they did do something wrong, would you say, well, my son deserved it? Good riddance. You would never say that. You'd be in pain if it was your son. So why aren't you in pain when a complete stranger falls? It's a question. And to the extent that we can feel not joy when people fall, and actually wish them well to the extent it was our own children, then you're on the path to miracles. And so we could be doing so much spiritual work, so many positive actions. You could be a first responder saving lives every day. You could be a teacher guiding children to the greatest parts of themselves. You could be a coach helping students and athletes become the greatest souls in this world. But if subconsciously you have another part of your life, you're hoping someone suffers, or you're happy when someone does, it negates all the positive energy that we are creating. And so the miracles get canceled. And this is our lesson in energy for this week. Look for the areas, even one relationship, one area of the world, a person, where you are secretly happy when they fall. And let's switch that. Here's a mantra for you. I desire to be like the light of the Creator. I desire to treat everyone the way the Creator treats them. I want to be a pure channel of light, of compassion. I remove all bias. I remove all opinions. I remove all personal hurt. Someone else's success is my success. I do not need someone else to fall for me to be their hero.